When Diana was a child, her parents' marriage broke down and her mother left the family home. It was a moment that lived with Diana into her adult life. The events of her parents' divorce that followed would have a lasting impact. Not long after Diana's mother, Frances, had been forced to leave her children, she filed for custody, and the court case that followed would reveal just how ruthless an aristocracy under attack could be.
So she's publicly, legally, the adulterer.
The aim, I think, of Johnny's in court was to prove that he could look after them and that his wife could not. She was not suitable to do that because, after all, she's had an affair with a rather ordinary man.
And Johnny's final victory was secured by the ultimate betrayal.
Frances's mother, Diana's grandmother, speaks out against her own daughter and recommends the children should stay with her son-in-law, Johnny.
The judge decided in favor of Johnny. When she heard the verdict, Frances collapsed in court.
Frances was accused of being a bolter, and she felt that reputation was totally undeserved, and I think with total justification. She always said that the children were taken from her, not the other way round. She did not leave her children.
As a child, Diana didn't understand what a bolter was. She just felt that she'd been left by her mother. And when she and Prince Charles were separated, a newspaper talked about Diana being a bolter, just like her mother. And I'll never forget, that was one of the most profoundly affecting descriptions that Diana had ever had. She was deeply hurt by it, deeply upset, because she knew that her mother wasn't a bolter. Now she understood as an adult, that her mother had been forced to give up the custody of the children.
23 years after her mother's divorce from Viscount Spencer, Diana's marriage to Charles had broken down.
It is announced from Buckingham Palace that, with regret, the Prince and Princess of Wales have decided to separate. Their Royal Highnesses had no plans to divorce, and their constitutional positions are unaffected.
The separation marked the start of a 4-year, very public media relations war. And like her mother, one of Diana's fears was the potential of losing her children.
The savage irony is that Diana found herself reliving her mother's trauma, because the one thing that she was terrified of was William and Harry being taken away from her losing custody. And it's the thing she said over and over again.